Welcome to your favorite show, Cooking with Clumsy. I'm Clumsy, I live in a van, and we're gonna cook dinner together. Have you ever seen this guy before? His name's Westley Webber, and let me tell you how this guy almost took down the Canadian economy. So, first of all, we'll start. He was born in 1974 in a little tiny community called River Canal, Ontario. River Canal, Ontario, right? So, he was born in an upper class family. You know, he had things. He was never really told no. He wasn't denied stuff like that. He had the stuff he needed to be a successful child. But one thing was always bugging him, and he was a nerd. He was just stereotypical nerd too. Glasses, computers, gamer, bad clothing, no friends, bad social skills. He was a nerd, right? So him and his other friend come up with this plan. Let's not be nerds. I don't want to be a nerd anymore. So how do we do this? Well, they decide, let's break into the school, okay? Steal everything. Everybody's going to find out it's us. Boom. Popular. All right, let's do it. So they hatched this plan. Mission Impossible style plan, too. They drop from the ceiling. That's not Mission Impossible. But anyways, they drop from the ceiling. They steal anything. They steal everything. Anything they can get their hands on. It doesn't matter. Because they're not stealing it to sell. They're not stealing it to use. It doesn't matter what they stole. The only reason why they want to steal it is to become popular. So the next day at school, everybody's talking about this, that, and the other thing, you know, the crime, stuff like that. Well, you know what? Now we got to tell. Wesley's like, now we got to tell everybody, because if they don't know, we're not going to be popular. So what does he do? Tells everybody. Tells all of the popular kids, that was me. So all that stuff, I did it. So what happens when everybody finds out the stuff you do? Cops get called. The next day, Wesley's in cuffs, off to jail he goes. He ultimately gets 1 week for his crime. That's his sentence. So he gets out of jail, and what happens? Mission success. He's popular. He's hanging out with the cool kids, doing the drinking, the parties, the games. He's a cool kid now. Life is good. One problem. Mom and Dad don't like this. How can our overachiever be like this? So ultimately, Webber and his parents start arguments, not being able to live together. And Webber's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move in with the cool kids. That's what I'm going to do. Moves on in. Perfect. Now he's not only popular, hanging out with the popular kids, now he lives with them. Well, what happens? So the popular kids are like, what's up? Check this out, man. We got to pay rent and all that stuff. This is how we do it. This is what's up. They start robbing, like, pay, you know, on the side of on the parking pay meters. They start taking those pay phones. They start robbing those. You know, getting chump change, right? They're getting chump change to pay their rent, their bills, get the money that they need, stuff like that, right? To live their life, you know what I mean? So that's what's up. It's not good enough for Wesley. It is not good enough for Wesley. So his roommates ultimately are, all right. We'll do you one better than this chump change from payphones and stuff. Check this out. Once a month, welfare checks get mailed. So what do? We take them to these little corner stores where the guy's cashing for us. We buy a couple things. They cash a check, give us the change. Bada bing, bada boom. Everything's good. Wesley sees the opportunity right then and there. He's like, you know what? Give me. So he takes the stolen welfare check, scans it, goes to his computer, digitalizes, puts a different number on it, puts a different name on it, the amount, clarifies it, everything, makes it look completely legit, prints it on the paper it needs to be printed on. Boom. Takes it to the hardware stores, cashed. Twice as much money. Now we're talking instead of 200, 400. The problem is this is only a couple of times a month. Not good enough for Wesley. He needs more. So, what does he do? He's like, all right, I got this. Gets a 20, scans a 20, does all of his enhancements. I'm not going to get into that with you because I'm not instructing you on how to be a criminal. But he gets all the things he needed to do done almost correctly. He's not very satisfied with this work. He's not happy. But his roommates are like, man, bills are coming up, this, that, and the other. We really gotta, you know, let's just move him, we'll see. Ultimately, Wesley peer pressure. All right, takes them in. They're cashing them easy. They're subpar, right? They're good to go, but they're not perfect. The problem with Westley is now we got 20s. We're buying a pack of gum, a lighter, whatever it is, getting 15 bucks off to the next place we go. 15 bucks off to the next place we go. That's a lot of work for a little bit of pay. So Wesley's like, how do we fix this? So he gets the 100. He gets the holy grail of banknotes basically around the world. Canada, we don't fuck around when it comes to our banknotes. We don't want the forgeries. He starts working on it. Months he's working on it. Literally months. I'm talking 3 or 4 months. He's working on perfecting a copy plate so he can print it. Everything's working perfect until he prints it. He's got the 10 magnifying, he's got the raised ink, then he prints it. Well, what happens when he prints it is the paper glows. So normal banknote paper doesn't glow when put under UV, right? Cotton fiber paper, right? So it doesn't normally glow. So that's one of the security features. So he's like, well, I got to get rid of this. So I got to figure this out. So what does he do? Goes down to Toronto, says, hey, I'm a business owner. I'm trying to do a promotion. I need some paper that don't glow UV. And what does this lady do? This lady says, hey, you're going to want archival paper. Archival paper? Yeah. She's like, this is the paper that's used in bills and wills. And he's like, damn, bills, huh? He's like, all right, I got it. Perfect. Done. Off to go. So he goes, he prints his first load of money. He takes it to this one store that is like guaranteed they're gonna check his money. He takes it there, sure as shit under the UV, doesn't glow. The next one, she goes like this on the corner. While the little $100 paint mark on the corner, it doesn't change color. And she says, I'm sorry, but your bill is no good. And he goes, nerds. Now he's in a predicament. He needs to figure this out. He tries tinfoil, different kinds of tinfoil. It doesn't work. Nothing works. So he doesn't know what he's going to do. So he just stumbles upon a hardware store one day. Just a regular mom and pop hardware store. And he says, hey man, this is what I need. I need paint that when it changes, direction or whatever, it changes color. And he goes, oh, hey, check it out. I just got this thing today, he says. What, like, fantastic timing. He says, I just got it today. Gives him this sample. Perfect. So he goes home, he does it. Perfect. Takes it back to the store. Now, she does the UV, it's good. She does the thing on the corner, changes colors, perfect. Takes a watermark off, good to go. 10 times magnifying. She's like, thanks for the 100, here's your change. Bam. Boys are rich now. Boom, it's all over. We're rich. We're making $10,000 a day. Going out and spending it like it don't mean nothing. Like it's nothing. Having the best time ever. What does his girlfriend want? She wants a freaking SUV, a Jeep Cherokee, I believe. So he goes to the safe house, grabs 30K, boom, Jeep Cherokee. What does he do? He sees this Mustang Cobra. He's like, I can get the Mustang Cobra, I can get that. So what does he do? Goes and gets it. Boom. So he's driving down the street and he's like, damn, I want to make my Cobra look awesome, man. I want this to be fucking awesome. So he knows of a rim store down in London, Ontario. He knows of a rim store in London, Ontario, and he's like, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to check them out. And he sees some rims, they're perfect. There's a slight problem. He doesn't have enough real cash on him. Right? He doesn't have enough real cash on him. So what does he do? He goes back to his car. He's like, But he's like, hey, you know what? It's fine. He goes into the trunk, grabs $3,500 of his fake funny money, walks back into the guy, says, I got you, bro. Yeah. Boom. He's living on cloud 9. He's super excited. He's super stoked, right? So the rim guy also excited. He's like, oh oh shit, check it out, bro. I got some cash. Make it rain with the honeys. Whoa! All of a sudden, one of those $100 bills goes bloop into his eye. No, just joking. It doesn't actually go into his eye. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's not part of the story. But what he does notice with his eye is he's got a lot of bills, but only a couple of serial numbers. It seems that a lot of these bills have the same serial number. And he's like, that's not proper. So what does he do? The same thing any good business owner would do. Call the police. Now let's stop the story for a second and tell you a little bit about what's happened. Okay, these guys are making $10,000, $20,000 a day and spending it like it's going out of style, right? Everybody knows this by now. Stores no longer accept, most stores no longer accept $100 bills. It's a big security risk. Okay, you got that. The police have no idea where it's coming from because remember, this is just a kid from high school a couple years ago. He just wants to be cool. He's no big threat. So the cops don't know. The cops are looking in Detroit at the mafia. There's no questions. The cops are busting all the known counterfeiters. Their shit's not even a little bit as good. Cops are like, what the fuck, man? But back to the story. So the rim salesman calls the police. The police come. They go, fuck yeah, we got him. Now we know who's doing it. Boom, they put a tail on him. So now the boys are getting watched. And the boys know they're getting watched. So they start driving recklessly, running lights, busting you. He's splitting off cars, double cross lanes, the highway to get off. They're just driving like their lives don't matter. Reckless, just to get away from the cops. They keep working though, however, because even though they know they're getting watched by the police, their criminals want their money. Right, he has a buddy buying $100,000 every day or two at 23%. So he's giving $100,000, getting 23 grand real cash back from his buddy. His buddy doesn't care the cops are watching. He's like, get me my money, fool. So what do the boys do? They're like, you know what? Let's just fucking move. The cops are sitting on our stash house. They know where it is. Let's just fucking move. They're waiting for the move. They're waiting to make their fucking move. Let's make our move first. Boom, gone. Cop wake up one morning, they're like, what the butts? Where the hell's Westley and his crew gone? They can't find him. Can't find him. They're like, no frickin' way. We had this guy and now he's frickin' gone. There's no way. So, it is what it is. But, what happens is, those cops, they just happen to be driving down the road when one of Wesley's crew members drives right past him and they're like, oh shit, let's get this fucking guy. So they tail him all the way to the grocery store. Wesley's buddy goes in, grabs a jug of milk or whatever, smokes or whatever he promised the kids to come back to. And jumps in the... So the cop jumps out, runs over to his car, puts a GPS tracker right on his car. Boom. Now they wait. It's only a couple of hours, maybe a day, until his buddy goes to the stash house. Now they got the stash house. What is next? What's the next step? Well, the cops notice a for rent sign right fucking next door to their stash house. So they rent it. So they are literally sitting right here taking pictures of everything that's going on. And Wesley and his crew have no idea. So a couple, 2-3 weeks pass. Bam. Let's make our move. Done and done. Every single person gets arrested. Wesley, of the 3 or 4 crew members of Wesley's team, they all get 2 years. Wesley gets 5 years. That's the prison sentence. He's already out. So, ultimately, they made $16 million in counterfeit cash. Now, here's what's kind of weird. Their money was so good that Canada actually had to change their paper money. So if you guys remember, back right before we got our plastic money, we had paper money with that gold thing on the corner. And then all of a sudden, for a couple of years, we had a new paper design on the bill. The reason why we have that is because Wesley's counterfeits were so good that the only way to take them is to discontinue that bill. So anytime that bill showed up, it would just be destroyed because it was no longer relevant. So there you go, guys. Now you know how Westley Webber A high school bored high school nerd was one of Canada's biggest economic threats. Oh, put your mind to something, maybe you'll get it, right? Have a good day, everybody. Love you. By the way, guys, this is my dinner, and it was super good tonight. Of course it was good. I made it.